The cure for the pain is in the pain. Sufis view life's trials as opportunities for spiritual growth and self-development. They have a unique perspective and specific approach in facing challenges, which helps them maintain mental health. Sufis teach the importance of accepting what happens in life and surrendering to the will of God. They believe that everything that happens has wisdom and is part of a greater plan. By accepting and letting go of control, they reduce stress and anxiety that can affect mental health. Sufis cultivate perseverance and patience in facing trials. They understand that the process of growth and transformation takes time and sustained effort. By maintaining a patient and persistent attitude, they preserve emotional and mental balance when facing challenges. Dhikr, or the repetition of the name of God, and Salah, prayer, are essential practices in Sufism. Through the repetition of God's name and prayer, Sufis seek peace and tranquility in their minds and hearts. As stated in the Quran, seek help in patience and prayer, and this indeed is difficult, except for the humble. These practices help them face trials with a clear mind and reduce mental agitation. The relationship between mental health and Sufism is an interesting topic to briefly discuss. In this video, we will briefly and simply explore this relationship and how general teachings of Sufism can contribute to someone's mental health. Sufism, also known as Islamic mysticism, is a branch of Islam that emphasizes a personal relationship with God, the search for truth, and profound understanding of spiritual reality. The teachings of Sufism involve spiritual practices that can have a positive impact on mental health, such as increased self-awareness, deeper understanding of the meaning of life, and the development of positive attitudes. One important aspect of Sufism related to mental health is the concept of tazkiyatun nafs, which means purification of the soul. This concept generally refers to the process of cleansing and purifying the soul through spiritual practices, including meditation, self-reflection, and introspection. In the context of mental health, these practices can help individuals overcome stress, anxiety, and depression, as well as gain a deeper understanding of themselves. Sufism also emphasizes the importance of awareness and presence in every moment. The practices of meditation and dhikr, remembrance of God, in Sufism can help individuals develop a more focused state of mind and enter deeper states of consciousness. Quote, "Those who believe and whose hearts are at peace in the remembrance of God are not hearts at peace in the remembrance of God." This has the potential to reduce anxiety about the future and regrets about the past, and assist individuals in finding tranquility in the present moment. The Sufi is called Ibnul Waqt, the son of the moment. Through his consciousness of eternity and his perpetual remembrance of God and his presence with God, he keeps himself with the timeless instant that is now. He has no desire to be before or after this moment because he knows that God is this very moment. The Sufis view life as an opportunity to attain a deeper understanding of themselves and their relationship with God. They teach the importance of living in a state of consciousness and full presence, appreciating the present moments and living a meaningful life. In facing stress and anxiety about the future, the Sufis emphasize the importance of letting go of unnecessary worries and fears. They believe that anxiety and worry only burden the mind and hinder individuals from living in peace. The Sufis teach to place complete trust in God and accept that we are in His hands. Quote, "There is no creature that crawls, but that He holds it by its forelock." By surrendering oneself to God, individuals can feel relieved and trust that everything will unfold according to His will. This helps reduce stress and anxiety about the future. Regarding regrets about the past, the Sufis teach the importance of forgiving oneself and others. They believe that regretting the past only burdens the soul and hinders spiritual progress. The Sufis teach that God is the all-forgiving, and as humans, we must learn to forgive and release the burden of our regrets. Quote, "He it is who accepts repentance from his servants and pardons evil deeds, and he knows whatsoever you do." By realizing that we are imperfect and that we all make mistakes, individuals can free themselves from unproductive feelings of regret and focus more on spiritual growth and a better future life. Furthermore, the Sufis emphasize the importance of living in the present moment, facing life's challenges with calmness and awareness. They teach that life is a constantly changing spiritual journey and that the most important thing is to develop a close relationship with God and enhance self-awareness. By living in the present moment and facing each moment with full consciousness, individuals can reduce anxiety about the future and regrets about the past. In a Sufi view, life is an opportunity to grow and develop a spiritual relationship with God. By focusing on such a broad relationship, constantly seeking improvement, relying on God, and appreciating the present moment, individuals can overcome stress and anxiety and face the future and regrets about the past with a wiser and more peaceful attitude. Furthermore, Sufism encourages the practice of compassion and kindness toward oneself and others. These principles can significantly contribute to one's mental health. The Sufis live a life filled with love and practice values of love, empathy, and kindness in their relationships with themselves, others, and God. The practice of love correlates positively with maintaining their mental health. The practice of love helps the Sufis maintain emotional balance. By having a loving and empathetic attitude towards themselves, they learn to accept and appreciate themselves with all their strengths and weaknesses. They do not get trapped in self-criticism or negative thoughts that can damage their mental health. Instead, they cultivate a loving attitude towards themselves, which helps them overcome stress, anxiety, and depression. In their social relationships, the Sufis' inner compassion and kindness help them build healthy social connections with others. They show care, empathy, and attention to fellow human beings. In interpersonal relationships filled with love, they offer support, actively listen, and understand the needs of others. This creates strong bonds, promotes a sense of connection, and prevents social isolation that can lead to mental health issues. Love helps the Sufis approach conflicts and tensions in a more constructive way. They develop the ability to understand and forgive, thus reducing anger and resentment that can harm mental health. By living a life full of love, they create space for peace of mind and relationships, helping to maintain good mental health. The compassion offered by the Sufis is not only directed towards themselves and others, but also towards God. Through spiritual devotion and worship performed with love, they experience emotional well-being and peace in their relationship with God. Believing in God's love and forgiveness helps reduce guilt, anxiety, and regret that can affect mental health. It also provides hope and comfort in facing life's difficulties. Developing compassion and kindness can help individuals cultivate a positive attitude towards themselves, forgiving mistakes and viewing themselves with mercy. This has the potential to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, and enhance psychological well-being. Sufism also emphasizes the importance of living within a supportive community. Sufi communities often provide strong social support to their followers. They create safe spaces where individuals can share experiences, receive guidance, and feel accepted and understood. The social support provided by Sufi communities can have a positive impact on mental health, reducing feelings of loneliness, isolation, and enhancing emotional well-being. Undeniably, being part of a Sufi or other spiritual community can provide important social support. This social support plays a vital role in maintaining good mental health and preventing social isolation. The principles of Sufism, such as simplicity and liberation from material attachments, can also contribute to mental health. By embracing a simple lifestyle and detaching themselves from material possessions and desires, individuals may experience a sense of contentment, freedom from materialistic pressures, and a focus on spiritual growth. This can lead to greater inner peace, reduced stress, and improved mental well-being. Quote, "Let go of attachment to worldly possessions and desires, for true contentment lies in detachment and spiritual fulfillment." When individuals are bound by excessive desires and material needs, it can create pressure and stress that increase the risk of mental health problems. The principle of simplicity in Sufism emphasizes the importance of letting go of dependence on material possessions and finding happiness in simplicity. By reducing the pressures and anxieties associated with material needs, individuals can decrease stress levels and improve their mental health. The desire for material possessions often arises from social comparison with others. However, the principle of simplicity in Sufism teaches the importance of avoiding comparison and focusing on personal circumstances and the relationship with God. By letting go of the desire to have more or be better than others, individuals can reduce feelings of dissatisfaction and envy that can affect their mental health. Following the principles of simplicity and liberation from material attachments helps individuals find balance and harmony in life. They learn to appreciate what already exists, live contentedly in simplicity, and reduce unnecessary desires. By creating a balance between material needs and spiritual needs, individuals can achieve emotional stability and harmony, leading to improved mental well-being. Sufis redirect their attention towards spiritual values such as love, sincerity, and devotion to God. They recognize that true happiness does not lie in material wealth or status, but in a deep relationship with God. By centering their attention on the spiritual aspects of life, individuals can experience a sense of purpose, meaning, and inner peace, which can enhance their mental health. In addition to the practices mentioned before, Sufism also teaches gratitude and devotion to God. Developing gratitude can help individuals see the good in their lives, reduce the tendency to focus on negative aspects, and improve mental well-being. Quote, "Cultivate gratitude and appreciation for the blessings in your life. It opens the door to inner joy and contentment." The teaching of gratitude in Sufism emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment and appreciating what we have right now. By focusing on the things we possess and being grateful for them, we become more aware and present in our daily lives. This helps reduce anxiety and worries about the future and regrets about the past, thus maintaining mental health by shifting our attention to the current state of being. It also emphasizes the importance of letting go of the tendency to complain and criticize. When we practice gratitude, we train our minds to focus more on the good and beneficial aspects. Quote, "Do not grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form." This helps reduce the habit of complaining and criticizing, which can disrupt mental health. Instead, we learn to redirect our energy towards seeking solutions and seeing the positive side of every situation. The teaching of gratitude in Sufism encourages us to see the goodness in every situation and appreciate the gifts of life. By training ourselves to be grateful and appreciate the blessings we receive, we can develop positive attitude that can counter negative thoughts and combat depression. This positive mindset helps maintain mental health by creating a healthier and more optimistic thought pattern. Quote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." In other words, the teaching of gratitude in Sufism teaches that every moment in life holds value and deep meaning. By training ourselves to be grateful for life experiences, both pleasant and challenging, we can enhance a sense of meaningful living. This contributes to maintaining mental health by providing positive encouragement and motivation in navigating life's diverse journeys. Lastly, Sufism also teaches the importance of self-truth and moral integrity. Through deep self-reflection, individuals can recognize their weaknesses and mistakes and develop a commitment to live according to high moral values. This moral integrity can provide a sense of satisfaction, fairness, and harmony in life, which can contribute to positive mental health. It is important to remember that while Sufism can make valuable contributions to mental health, it is not a substitute for professional treatment. Every individual has different needs and preferences, and approaches to mental health and Sufism should align with their personal values and beliefs. Consulting with mental health professionals and seeking appropriate support is crucial in addressing mental health issues. Indeed, it cannot be denied that Sufism plays a role in both prevention and treatment in the context of mental health. This depends on how an individual practices and applies the teachings of Sufism in their life. Firstly, in the prevention context, Sufi practices can help individuals maintain their mental health and prevent the emergence of mental health problems. Practices such as meditation, self-reflection, remembrance of God or dhikr, gratitude, detachment from material and possessions and worldly matters, and mindfulness can help individuals manage stress, enhance mental resilience, and gain deeper understanding of themselves. By increasing self-awareness and developing a positive attitude, one can better face life's challenges and prevent more serious mental health problems. Secondly, in the treatment context, Sufi practices can provide support and healing for individuals experiencing mental health issues. When facing mental challenges such as anxiety, depression, and severe stress, Sufi practices like meditation, remembrance of God, and cultivating a loving and kind-hearted attitude can serve as sources of support and comfort. They can help individuals reduce anxiety, calm the mind, and find deeper meaning in their lives. Furthermore, the solid support of the Sufi community and a supportive environment can be crucial factors in mental health recovery. However, it is important to reiterate that Sufism itself cannot replace professional treatment when someone is facing serious or chronic mental health problems. Even individual experiences significant symptoms or requires more intensive care, it is important to seek assistance from qualified mental health professionals. Sufi practices can complement or support broader mental health treatments, but they are not a substitute for appropriate medical or therapeutic care. In conclusion, Sufism can play a role in both preventing and treating mental health issues. Its practices can help maintain mental health and facilitate recovery for individuals facing mental health challenges. However, it is important to remember that a comprehensive and integrated approach involving professional care remains essential when dealing with serious mental health problems. It can be said that Sufism tends to have a more preventive nature, while professional mental health care has a more curative nature. Sufism, with its spiritual practices including meditation, self-reflection, and practices of love and compassion, can help individuals maintain their mental health and prevent the emergence of mental health problems. Sufi practices can help individuals develop self-awareness, enhance mindfulness, and effectively manage stress. By living a life based on spiritual values, individuals can develop a positive attitude, find deeper meaning in life, and avoid some triggers of mental health problems. Nonetheless, professional mental health care plays a more curative role in treating existing mental health issues. When someone experiences significant mental disorders such as severe depression, severe anxiety, or mental disorders, professional treatments like psychotherapy and psychiatry are often necessary to address these problems. Professional care can provide accurate diagnosis, effective management strategies, and necessary support for recovery. It is important to remember that prevention and treatment are not separate or conflicting. Both play important roles in mental health. Adopting Sufi practices as a preventive effort can help individuals maintain their mental health and reduce the risk of mental health problems. However, if mental health issues arise, professional treatment will be an essential component of treatment and recovery. The best approach is a holistic one that combines prevention and treatment efforts. Integrating Sufi practices with professional care provided by qualified mental health professionals can provide comprehensive support for individuals' mental health. In addition to the Sufi practices we have discussed, it is also important to seek balance between spiritual practices and a healthy everyday life that addresses physical and emotional needs. Taking care of physical well-being, getting sufficient sleep, engaging in regular exercise, consuming healthy food, and maintaining positive and supportive relationships. Incorporating these Sufi practices into daily life can help prevent mental health issues and promote overall well-being. However, it is important to remember that every individual has unique needs and may need to consider professional support when facing serious mental health problems. There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, please like, subscribe, and share. You can also help me out monetarily, be it PayPal or Patreon. I'll see you soon.